Hi everyone, and we are Amy Morgan, the Ecosystem Manager for Barclays Eagle Labs in Hull and Northernlands, and we are really excited and honoured to be part of Northernlands 4. And this is my colleague Bob Spence, the International Director for C40I.
Amy, it's a good year. Who honoured me, yo?
Amazing, Bob. I didn't realise that you spoke Dutch.
Well, actually, it's South African Afrikaans. So the Dutch viewers are thinking, well, what kind of accent is that? But yeah, I'm hoping the guys can work it out.
I'm sure. And you might recognise that Bob's accent isn't as northern as mine, because Bob, would you tell the guys where you are from?
Yeah, I'm originally from Durban, South Africa, and you can't get much further north than that, I guess.
Exactly. Well, we are super excited to be a part of this, and I just wanted to, as a high level, talk to you around my role and what I do, which might be relevant for you guys, and Bob will do the same. So my role is an ecosystem manager. So I work with all of our Eagle Labs members. That ranges from startups, SMEs, corporates, and high growth businesses too. And it's my job to really understand their growth plans and help them along that 12 months, 2 years, 3 years on their exit plan, through the full Eagle Labs proposition, which may be mentoring, dedicated events, connecting them with prospects, and really helping them through dedicated relationship management through the high growth team. We also support the full ecosystem of Hull and Northernlands too. So what that means is I have connections with local academia, corporates, public authorities, growth hubs, which Bob will go into a lot more detail in terms of how they helped him specifically with his business too.
Right. Quite a bit of stuff to cover there. Well, in the first instance, we're in C40I, which is Kingston upon Hull, which is opposite Rotterdam. And then we also have our incubator in Northallerton, which is about 100 kilometres up the road. The two key areas where I think we make a difference for international business are to do with marketing and sales. I think in those two places, the team here, we really make a difference, and I'll explain it. What often happens, Amy, is that sales models, business development approaches that are more than adequate outside the UK, when they're brought into the UK, that they don't work as well. They don't work as well for a variety of reasons. Also, marketing messages. I'm thinking, Amy, of the visual messages plus the text. It doesn't mean that if you convert it to English, it just drops naturally into the UK business development environment and gets the same result. So one of the first things that we do on behalf of our international members is have a look at what's your client acquisition program, what's your customer retention program, how are you interacting with customers? And then we kind of just do a little bit of a 360, stick a head under the bonnet and say, is that going to work in the UK? The next thing is to start looking at the marketing, which is the messages, the presentation of it, the sequence of the presentation, and will that work for British culture? And we're able to do that because with the help of Barclays, we've got this terrific network where we can stress test different ideas and different concepts so that when people are looking to really launch in the UK, most of the preparation work has already been done. So I think that's the real difference where C40I and the Barclays and infrastructure, it makes a difference. It makes a real difference.
Yeah, definitely, and definitely touching on the Northernlands for the Netherlands landing in the north. That's very much covering how we support international businesses to start up and shoot across the UK, but we also help a number of startup tech businesses that have formed in the UK, as well as the traditional corporate businesses as well, to help them innovate and grow too.
There's been a range of successes. The areas that we've been currently involved in most of all in our incubator has been Central Europe. So it's Poland, Czech, Slovakia, and Hungary. But as you know, I was based in Brussels for the best part of 7 years for the French insurance company, Groupe Assurance Nationale, which gives me a bit of an insight between how the low countries, how things are done there, and how they might need to be done more differently in the UK. So I've got no doubt that with the Barclays ecosystem, with the different sectors and the different niches, we can take that expertise and plug it in where we need to plug it in.
Yeah, and chatting around the Barclays ecosystem, we have 28 Eagle Labs across the UK currently, and covering on that northern piece. We have over 10 of them across the north, which is amazing. And we also have a number of different industry verticals to help those businesses with the innovative ideas to transform traditional industries. So that includes, pardon me, agri-tech, health tech, games tech, law tech, and energy tech, which is really key in the UK right now in terms of sustainability and sustainability goals. So if you are a business, an entrepreneur, or just an innovator that's got an idea and is looking to get connected to a corporate, or for example, health tech, we have a great relationship with the NHS Eagle Labs. We've run a number of accelerators to help health tech startups get into the NHS. And if you are wanting to be able to make that jump into corporate and understand how do I win a big corporate client, which Bob has done, and I'm sure he'll share the story, we have a whole range of tools to support you, as well as like looking into investments. If you are needing that cash injection to create your MVP, to do some testing, then we have a whole host of connections to angel investors and VCs, and also funding readiness programs to help you do pitch decks too. But just going back to that, getting into a corporate, I just wanted to throw it back to Bob just to explain. I suppose you will help a lot of international businesses get into the UK, and you do an amazing job as our international director. But I think that is because of the experience you've got of growing your own startup and your first client being a large corporate. And I just don't know if you want to share with you guys how you've done that and what the program was.
For sure. What we're talking about is actually it's a Polish developed software application. So it was developed in Wrocław in Poland, but the product and the company is registered here in C40I. It's registered here. So we work within a British legal framework, within the British financial framework. And there's a number of benefits of that. I think the first one, and I'm sure people listening already know this, that the UK last year raised as much money for technology as the next 2.5 countries in the EU put together.
Wow.
Put together. I mean, that's a starter for 10, why you need to get over here to be part of it. It's got to be a starter for 10. Our own software, I'm the business development lead for that, and it's a law tech and a fintech product. The first client that we acquired was the 3rd largest legal practice in Germany. That was the first client that we acquired. So we have got the kind of let's keep it as an ecosystem, the network of connections that can make a difference. And why I think that's so critical is so much business development in this country, the UK, is done through relationships. After working in Poland, Czech, Slovakia, Hungary, German, Belgium, and France, I had the privilege of working in the Netherlands. The UK is disproportionate about how people value relationships beyond any of those other cultures that I've ever come into contact with. With the UK, it really is who you know. It truly is. Now, what Barclays does, it gives you that jump-off point. If you're part of the Barclays network, you're a member of a Barclays and Eagle Lab, and you've got a Barclays BDM banging the drum of why it could be a good meeting, it's almost a boost. It's almost additional firepower to make things happen. Now, I know there'll be business development people on listening to this, and you know how hard it is to get in front of somebody. You know it is. It's not easy. Now, I'm not saying that it's that easy stood here, but it's easier. Yeah. It's easier. I reckon you increase the likelihood by 20%. And I'll take those odds. I'll walk into any business development casino that has 20% better odds. Yeah. And every sales guy on this call will do the same.
And that's exactly what the UK ecosystem is all around. It's around building the network, building genuinely warm relationships so that then later down the line, somebody will think, I know they need to be connected with Bob, and vice versa.
Yeah, it definitely works. It definitely works. And I think that's the main message of how the Barclays C40I ecosystem can help. Because there's yourself. There's also Louise Cook, our membership, our community manager. Yeah. And she manages over 600 contacts. active connections. Can you imagine hanging out with someone who manages 600 relationships?
She's your super connector.
Yeah, she's a super connector. Well, I reckon we're very, very close to 10 minutes. So I think our job is done.
Yeah, I do too. And we hope we've helped you in one way or another in terms of the ecosystem connections. And please feel free to reach out to us.
Dank je wel.
Thank you, and see you
Thanks.
soon.